What is going on? We are back in black in the building. Shout out to everybody out there at the Court Plantation. Shout out to Shawnee, Philly in the building. Erica, Florida in the building. My brother David from No Compromise. Georgia, Lawrenceville in the building. Covington in the building. All those great, wonderful places in Georgia that I will be visiting. Shout out to everybody out there. If you're doing what you need to do to survive, don't trip. Shout out to my brother James John Blood. We always have these conversations. My brother, y'all hit me up, man. Let me know if y'all want to do a live. We got a lot of shit to discuss, so let's do it. Shout out to everybody out there, man. Let's make it happen. Hey. Man. I want to play this first, and then we will discuss what is going on, because I just really want y'all to hear this. So let's play this first. It's very, very sad, man. I'll read it, but I'm going to play a little bit of what the mother is saying, and then we're going to talk about it. If it plays. Hold on, let's see. We got a commercial, and then we're going to play it, man. It's very, very sad to discuss this, but I'm going to piggyback off this once we play the video so everybody can understand what's going on. Oh, man, here we go. Hold on.
We need an arrest.
That is the attorney.
These children who lost their mother in cold blood. We need answers. We need an arrest.
That is the attorney for a woman shot and killed in Florida by her neighbor. Well, they're demanding an arrest, as you heard. They say that A.J. Owens, a black mother of 4 young children, died Friday night after a dispute with her neighbor who shot her through a front door. According to a family lawyer, Owens' children were playing outside when the neighbor engaged them and threw a pair of skates at them. The lawyer says she also shouted racial slurs, and when Owens went to confront her, that woman shot and killed her. Carlos Suarez is in Miami following all of this. And there are so many questions this morning, but key for the legal team is why this woman hasn't been arrested. Do we know?
Well, Poppy, the sheriff's
We know, because she's white. But anyway.
office is saying that they're looking into whether this shooting was in self-defense, but that's an argument that...
Didn't a sister in Florida was being attacked by her man, so she shot him, and under the stand your ground law, she was still found guilty and went to prison. So the dominant society just moves the goalposts whenever they want to.
The victim's family says is just not possible. 35-year-old A.J. Owens, as you said, was killed on Friday north of Orlando in Ocala, Florida. Authorities said that Owens knocked on the door of a neighbor who minutes earlier had an issue with Owens' children that were playing outside. Now, the victim's family said that the woman had previously harassed the children, calling them racial slurs and the N-word. Owens' mother said her daughter wanted to know why the woman kept an iPad that the children left behind and why she threw a pair of skates at them.
We know why she did it, but I digress.
Here's more of what that mother said.
She knocked on Susan's door. A closed, locked door. Door never opened. No. My daughter, my grandchildren's mother, was shot and killed. She had no weapon. She posed no imminent threat to anyone.
All right, so the sheriff of Marion County said that the two women were yelling at each other through that front door and that authorities haven't made an arrest yet because of Florida's stand your ground law.
They haven't made an arrest yet because it's a nigga.
Adding that authorities, they're still interviewing other neighbors and Owen's 9-year-old son, who was standing next to his mom when she was shot through that door. Here's the sheriff.
Uh-oh.
And what we have to rule out is whether the deadly force was justified or not before we can even make the arrest. And sometimes it becomes difficult, and sometimes it becomes an obstacle.
Yeah, an obstacle if you are part of the system of racism, white supremacy, and you ain't trying to establish a system of justice.
But only a temporary obstacle, because it will be moved, and the final answer will come forward.
All right, so the sheriff said that the neighbors have had issues before, with at least 6 calls made to 911 since 2021. The name of that 58-year-old neighbor who shot Owens has not been released.
Of course. Now let's cut the music on, and I'm going to give you my perspective on this. All right, let's get it in. First of all, that woman is killed in cold blood. That neighbor had already been that's premeditated murder. If you've already been getting into it with somebody and then somebody ends up dead, that's premeditated. It's bound to happen. Instead of just having to stand your ground law, they need to have more of a start sending white supremacists and suspected white supremacists to jail law. That's one. And two, that lady wanted to kill her. She didn't like the kids. She called them nigga. I don't understand why motherfuckers be thinking that life is sweet. That's why I don't really talk to my neighbors like that. I always highly suggest, depending on where you at, take your kids to the park, take your kids somewhere. Don't let the neighborhood raise your kids, because you're dealing with the system of racism and white supremacy. They are not trying to establish a system of justice. So your kids are walking victims. Unless you're in a predominantly black community, you cannot allow that to happen, because this is exactly what happened. And I'm pretty sure that sister went over there to say, why you call my kids niggas and woo-woo, and that lady had already planned on shooting her. She probably already discussed it with people, and they probably said, shoot her. And since that sister went over to the house to confront her, that's why they're saying, oh, well, this could be stand your ground. That's why R.I.P. to that sister, and that's sad that her son watched her get killed in cold blood. My thing is, why are people not outside this lady's house protesting? Why is there nobody out there? Okay, since you want to kill people, well, let's show up in the droves and kill us all, since that's what you want to do. See, this is what happens when you're dealing with the system that's inherently racist. Oh, well, we got to look at the facts, because I know what they're going to do. They're going to look at this sister and vilify her and be like, oh, well, she shouldn't have went over there. She should have called the police. Well, if she's called police 6 times and you ain't done nothing, sometimes people going to take matters to their own hands. I just want to know what would happen if that white woman would have confronted her and she would have killed that white woman. I want to know if they would not have arrested this sister. See, let me tell you what's going on. They study us. They know who we are. They know where we're going. So if they study us, they know who we are, they know where we're going, they know where we came from, which is slavery within this system. You don't think that they're going to plot and plan to set you up every chance you get? That's why I don't deal with neighbors for the most part. I don't like fraternizing with neighbors. I don't care how much they smile with you and talk to you. Hello and goodbye. And I'm pretty rude. I remember, came home from work one day and this little Latino kid just ran up to me and damn near tried to jump in my car, and I pushed him back. And the reason why I did that, because at first, I don't know you. And 2, I was looking at his parents like, why would you allow this kid? Y'all don't know me. And no. And 2, that's all I need is for somebody to be saying, I done put my hands on somebody's kid inappropriate. Like, I was not feeling that shit at all. And I'm rude. So I was really rude. And me and that neighbor, we didn't talk for a long fucking time, because I didn't like that. Because I'm not friendly when it comes to neighbors. Because remember, when you buying your place or renting your place, you're renting the neighborhood. You're buying the neighborhood. So if you just happen to get stuck next to some racist motherfuckers, your job is to be on code and understand that. You can't watch everything when you're moving, but you can watch who you are, and you can know who you are. And this is my personal opinion. David, James, Young Blood, Tasha, all y'all. Look, y'all tell me what y'all think. I believe that white lady set her up. I believe that white lady antagonized her kids antagonized her, and knew that calling him nigga would get her to go over there and confront her where she can shoot her, and said, I was in fear for my motherfucking life. So what we have to start doing is antagonizing and setting them up so we can say we're in fear for our life, and then we can see what'll happen. But we already know what'll happen in the justice system. That sister would be in jail. And that's sad, man. Them kids lost their mom behind that. But that lady set her up. So they need to be putting in a law about entrapment with racism and white supremacy. If you call somebody a nigga and they confront you, you shoot and kill them, you're going to jail. Change these laws because they're so one-sided and open-ended. And it caters to the person that has the complexion for the protection. And they'll ultimately get the affection that they need. Change the laws. Start reaching out to your congressman and your councilman and all that. Hey, man, what is this? You know what they need to start doing? They need to start doing like they do in other countries. In Iceland, you can't just call a black person a nigga, you going to jail. That's what they need. If they made it where, oh, you call him a nigga, who else heard it? They heard it, you're going to jail. That's a racist act, and under code such and such, you have to go to jail now. Sorry. Them motherfuckers gonna stop doing that shit. They gonna leave people alone. She clearly set this sister up. It was clearly a fucking setup. This whole fucking time. That's why she probably kept antagonizing. I'm telling you, I live next to a motherfucker like that, man. I was just looking at him, I was like, motherfucker wanna park where I park. Then the motherfucking van that he was parking is vandalized. It was a fucked up van. I was like, oh, this motherfucker might be a dope fiend. He said some crash. I said, look, bro, I don't do that. That's not what we do around here, man. I respect everybody, but you're not going to tell me where to park. Then I said, you want to call the police? Let's call them. This is a true story. That motherfucker was like, oh, no. We don't. Yeah, exactly. Motherfucker, then get the fuck on then. Because the dominant society has been socialized that they run everything since the beginning of the United States of America Incorporated. They feel like they've been running everything anyway. So it's like, well, when we speak, niggers should just move. That's how they feel. That's why when you buying a home, you're buying the neighborhood. When you're renting a home, you're renting the neighborhood. Be slow to speak, eager to hear. Like I said, I don't really talk too much to neighbors like that. I'm not friendly like that. I don't really care. I don't really talk to neighbors. I don't really be trying to talk to neighbors and all that, because I don't care. I want you in my house. I definitely don't want to go in your house. You know, that's just how I've always been that way. Even when I had apartments out here in Las Vegas, Nevada. I remember when I had this apartment and I had a white neighbor and we worked opposite shifts. Cool ass motherfucker. And this is how I knew, you know what I'm saying, he's a white dude, but you could tell he didn't want to be bothered and he had his own shit. We say, what's up, goodbye, that's it. He would, hey man, did you catch the Laker game and all that? Man, hey, did you vote for Obama? Like, none of that sucker shit. Hello and goodbye and get the fuck on. I just think that that's what we should be thinking about. It's so sad that this sister lost her life. I think it's beyond sad, you know, but she got set up. This sister, that was a setup. That white woman set her up. She planned and premeditated that. And any smart lawyer would see that. Oh, well, you've been getting into it with her. So you just finally decided today was the last day you was going to kill her, huh? See, that's what they want. They want you to get aggressive. They want you to do that shit so they can say, see, this black woman was being an angry black woman. I was in fear for my life, so I had to shoot her and kill her. Stop. I'm pretty sure her neighbors and friends was like, shoot that bitch. I know that's what they said, because that's what they be thinking in the first place, man. We have to understand this. Everything is a setup. Just look at it at the Court Plantation. They'll say, look, I've worked in Court Plantations where motherfuckers say certain things to trigger you, and when I used to just start laughing. Oh, they hated that shit. Oh, he's not serious enough. But I'm not, but David, James Youngblood, but I'm the only nigga at the job reading books though. And I'm not talking about the Cat in the Hat and you know, them gospel books like Jesus, what am I gonna do? And all this other bullshit. And no, I'm reading books like Behold the Pale Horse. I'm reading books like, you know, the ISIS Papers. I'm reading Dr. Claude Anderson's book. I'm reading real books. You know what I'm saying? I'm reading straight I'm like reading real books and motherfucker talking about I need to be more serious. Man, you just mad that you can't rattle me anymore. I don't get mad. No, I don't give a fuck what you think. I don't care. I'm gonna do what I need to do. Don't allow these people to get you into that space. because this sister lost her life. This shows me every day that we have to understand our lives are in danger, and we have to do what we need to do to survive. And what the time is for us to band together, be on code, establish a code, and don't let people off the hook. I hope all those people in Florida get together and go to wherever the fuck this lady was at that shot and killed this sister and get her ass about the paint and make her move, make her feel uncomfortable. That's what you have to start doing. Hey, man, that was a setup. And you see the officer, oh, well, you know, stand your ground. Man, fuck you and stand your ground. Y'all full of shit. That shit applies to the dominant society and not nobody else. I don't want to hear it. Get the fuck on. Hey, man, that's my time. You already know what it is. You know what it ain't. Guilty, nigga. I'm out. Peace.